Well, hello there. I'm Pete LaFrance, the old Growler, and this is Meeting Expectations. What we do here is we take a look at a can or a bottle of beer, we read what they've got on the label, and we crack it open and see if it meets expectations. For those of you who are here for the first time, if you like this, don't forget to click on the subscribe button and the bell and give us a thumbs up. We'd appreciate it. Okay, let's get started. This is the second Jack's Abbey that we have done. A link will be right up there to the first one. And what do we have here this time? We've got a golden lager. Jack's Abbey Craft Lagers. It's the golden lager. It's their house lager beer, B-I-E-R. There we go. Let's get right up in there. That's it. And it says it is 18 IBUs. Original gravity is 12.6 Plato. So the alcohol by volume is 5.2%. Locally sourced ingredients. This is Jack's Abbey, 100 Clinton Street, Framingham, Massachusetts. Okay. Now, boy, am I glad that this is just the government's warning on here, because that's almost impossible to read. But it has something to do about if I'm pregnant I shouldn't drink this, and so I don't have to worry about that, I don't think. Last time I checked. Well, it tells us 18 IBU, so it's very light on the malt, or on the hops, and 5.2. 5.12 for a lager? That's all right, fine, why not? I'm looking for a corn-colored, kind of nice golden-colored, straw-colored ale, or lager. So lager means that it wouldn't be terribly hoppy. Yes, it wouldn't be terribly hoppy. It would be more malt, and any of the hops would be in the flavor rather than in the aromatics. Although the noble hops that in Belgium, or in the Czech Republic and in Germany give it both a bitter and an aromatic influence on your taste receptors. All right, well, I'm looking for a light-colored beer that is refreshing. It is just slightly hoppy and with a little bit of malt to it. Let's crack it open and see if it can meet expectations. You'll notice that the tasting procedure we do here, most people do a see, sniff, and taste. Well, what we do here is a see, taste, and see, sip, and sniff, because there's a good reason for it, and Master Sommelier Fred Dex will explain it to you right up there. That's the link. So here we go. Let's see. Oh, and the glass. This comes from Jerry Scott, and we use this style of glass for all of our tastings. That way, no beer has a leg up as far as being able to be see-through or for the aromatics. All right, here we go. Yes, a very light colored beer. This is nice. Okay. Oh, that is a pretty beer. That is beautiful. Effervescent. It's got a great, closely knit white head. Tiny little bubbles. As you can see, it's very effervescent. So, that's the sight. Oh, and let's not forget the temperature. It's very important when you taste a beer, the temperature has it at its peak. And this is a lager, so a lager would probably be served at around no more than 40 degrees Fahrenheit. Ales would be 50 degrees Fahrenheit. Well, let's see what we got here. Okay. This is at 47 degrees Fahrenheit. So it's just a little, I wouldn't say, it's not out of the ballpark. In fact, it's probably where most beers would be served because this is pretty much right out of the fridge. So the temperature's right, the site is right. Cheers. All right. Well, this one brings back these folks have a knack for causing flashbacks to me because Jack's Abbey, a number of their beers harken back to the beers, the Schlitz and Schaefer and Peels and Ballantine from the early 1960s. It just, those were, I mean, sure, they were regional beers and they were mass produced, but some of them were darn good beers and good representatives of an American Pilsner. And an American Pilsner is something unique. I want to tell you that because it is unique in the fact that it uses corn and rice in it. So that's the original American Pilsner has that, and I will probably I'm going to put a link down below in the description box because I have written a little essay on that. So I would just say that. The flavor, again, reminds me so much of those beers. The aroma is, it's not quite new mown hay, and it's not quite mowed grass, but it's a very nice, light, maybe fresh cut stems, you know, that type of a light. I'm hesitant to say vegetal because it's not vegetal, but it's I say a nice, crisp, fresh nature type of aroma. And the flavor, let's take a look again. The malt is certainly nicely roasted, but there's it's kind of a bready sensation to it. You know, not quite baked bread, bakery type of flavor, if you could translate that into an aroma. But as you can see, I've certainly gone on long enough about this. So, does Jack's Abbey Craft Lager's House Lager beer meet expectations? It certainly does. I'm Pete LaFrance, the old growler, hoping all of your beers meet expectations.